Welcome to today's video, where we'll uncover the incredible story of Witold Pilecki, a man whose courage and dedication to justice knew no bounds. Pilecki volunteered for one of the most dangerous missions in history by infiltrating Auschwitz, the Nazi concentration camp, to gather intelligence and inspire resistance from within. His bravery is remembered as one of the greatest acts of heroism in World War II. Let's dive into 10 pivotal moments that define his legacy, each showing just how far he was willing to go in his fight for freedom and humanity. 1. Volunteering for the impossible mission. In September 1940, Polish resistance member Witold Pilecki did the unthinkable. He volunteered to infiltrate Auschwitz, a place of unspeakable horrors. This wasn't a decision he made lightly. Pilecki was a family man and a committed patriot who knew the risks but believed the mission was crucial for Poland's freedom. By entering the concentration camp, he aimed to collect intelligence, build a resistance network, and ultimately expose Nazi war crimes to the outside world. Pilecki knew the chances of survival were slim, as Auschwitz was a death camp from which few escaped. His selfless act wasn't just about gathering information. It was an extraordinary example of sacrifice, as he risked his life solely to uncover the truth. 2. Smuggling out critical intelligence. Inside Auschwitz, Pilecki began gathering detailed information on the Nazi operations, prisoner conditions, and the brutal methods used for extermination. Over time, he established a clandestine network of informants among the prisoners who helped gather crucial intelligence on the daily atrocities within the camp. Through a complex web of messages, he managed to send regular reports on the conditions in Auschwitz, the construction of gas chambers, and the mass murders occurring daily. These reports reached the Polish resistance and were forwarded to Allied forces, giving the outside world a first-hand account of Nazi atrocities. Pilecki knew that a single mistake could lead to torture or death for himself and his network, but he persisted, prioritizing the need to expose the truth. 3. Building a resistance network inside the camp. Realizing the power of unity, Pilecki set out to build an underground resistance network within Auschwitz. He sought out fellow prisoners who shared his commitment to resisting the Nazi regime, creating a network that secretly shared food, information, and hope. Through his network, he coordinated small acts of sabotage, organized intelligence sharing, and distributed any news or resources that could boost morale. He understood that survival often depended on solidarity, so he worked tirelessly to strengthen bonds between prisoners, although living conditions were designed to break prisoners physically and mentally. Pilecki's network inspired resilience and kept the flame of hope alive for many within the camp. 4. Planning an uprising against impossible odds. Despite the overwhelming power of the Nazis within Auschwitz, Pilecki envisioned a future in which the prisoners could rise up and overthrow their captors. He began to strategize an uprising, envisioning a revolt that could create enough chaos to liberate the camp. His plan included coordinating with the Polish resistance and calling for military assistance from the Allies, who, unfortunately, lacked the logistical support to intervene. He believed that even under the darkest circumstances, the possibility of liberation existed. 5. Enduring brutality for the sake of his mission. Pilecki endured the same grueling conditions as his fellow prisoners, facing starvation, backbreaking labor, and relentless beatings from the guards. Despite the brutality, he remained committed to his mission, knowing that his role could help thousands if he managed to survive and complete it. Living under such conditions required immense mental and physical strength, as he had to appear like any other prisoner while covertly fulfilling his duty. His ability to endure these unimaginable conditions while staying focused on his mission showcased his determination and bravery, qualities that cemented his legacy as a hero. 6. Witnessing the Holocaust firsthand. As one of the few people who voluntarily entered Auschwitz, Pilecki witnessed the full scope of Nazi cruelty firsthand. He saw the gas chambers, mass executions, and forced labor that marked the daily existence of prisoners. These horrors were beyond comprehension, yet Pilecki documented them meticulously, determined to give a voice to the voiceless. His accounts described the systematic nature of the Holocaust and provided some of the earliest and most reliable evidence of the atrocities. He bore witness to the inhumanity inflicted upon countless innocent people, knowing that his reports could one day serve as a testament to their suffering. 7. Making a daring escape from Auschwitz. After nearly 3 years of covert resistance work within Auschwitz, Pilecki recognized that his mission would be most effective if he managed to escape and personally report his findings. In April 1943, he and 2 fellow prisoners made a daring escape, sneaking past guards and enduring days of intense travel to reach safety. His escape was incredibly risky, as failure would have meant execution. Despite these dangers, he knew that sharing what he had witnessed firsthand could rally support from the outside. His escape allowed him to provide vital details of the camp's operations, which informed the Allies and resistance movements. 8. Reporting the Auschwitz horrors to the Allies. Upon escaping, Pilecki wrote a comprehensive report detailing the atrocities at Auschwitz, including the mass executions, starvation, and unimaginable suffering of the prisoners. His report, known as the Pilecki Report, became one of the earliest accounts of the Holocaust and helped to convey the reality of Auschwitz to Allied forces. Nevertheless, Pilecki was relentless, presenting his evidence to Polish and Allied authorities to ensure that Auschwitz's atrocities would be known. His report highlighted the urgency of intervention, and although it would be years before Auschwitz was liberated, Pilecki's testimony played a critical role in exposing the Nazi regime's crimes. 9. Fighting with the Warsaw Uprising. After his escape from Auschwitz, Pilecki didn't seek refuge or a quiet life. He returned to the fight, joining the Warsaw Uprising in 1944. This rebellion was one of the largest acts of resistance in Nazi-occupied Poland, and Pilecki fought valiantly alongside his fellow resistance members. Despite his time in Auschwitz, he remained undeterred, showing that his dedication to Poland's freedom was unshakable. His courage on the battlefield was a testament to his character, as he put himself in harm's way again for his country. Although the uprising was ultimately crushed by Nazi forces, Pilecki's bravery and perseverance in this final battle epitomized his lifelong commitment to fighting oppression. 10. Facing execution for his loyalty to Poland. After World War II, Poland fell under Soviet influence, and Pilecki, now working against the Soviet-backed government, was arrested by Polish communist authorities in 1947. He was falsely accused of espionage, tortured, and subjected to a show trial. Despite the brutal treatment, Pilecki remained steadfast, refusing to betray his loyalty to Poland or recant his beliefs. His death was a tragic end to a life defined by extraordinary courage and sacrifice. Though initially buried in an unmarked grave to erase his memory, Pilecki's legacy has since been revived, and he is now remembered as one of Poland's greatest heroes. Pilecki's story is a testament to the power of standing up for truth, even when the cost is high. If you were moved by his incredible bravery, please like this video, subscribe for more stories of extraordinary individuals, and share to honor his legacy. Let's ensure that heroes like Pilecki are never forgotten.